I'm Lisa Tromovitch, founding artistic director of Livermore Shakespeare Festival in the San Francisco Bay Area and professor in Media X at University of the Pacific. I am very pleased to introduce to you one of my all-time favorite Shakespeare plays. I've directed it twice, and in addition, the first West Coast production of the musical version from the public. Love's Labour's Lost is one of Shakespeare's early plays. Scholars debate the exact date of each play, reviewing historical references in the play texts as well as linguistics. Some, such as Isaac Asimov, dated as early as 1588, just after the Spanish Armada, and the others at about 1595 to 96. Regardless, it has that yummy, rhymey feel of the early comedies. Personally, I side with the earlier date, as it follows a visit of the Italian Commedia troupe to England, and it was reported that Queen Elizabeth took quite a liking to the troupe and took them on her summer progress. The clown characters are very specifically modeled after the stock characters of the Italian Commedia. It's also assumed it may have been written for a private audience, hence the complicated language and wordplay, numerous mythological and biblical references, and heavy use of Latin. To be honest, this is not an easy play to read. The plot is fairly simple, and you'll see foreshadowing of characters and relationships that we come to love in the later, more popular comedies. The young king of Navarre has decided that Navarre shall be the wonder of the world by making his court, including 3 young lords that attend on him, into a little academy. There will be strict rules, specifically including no fraternizing with women. And of course, it is immediately revealed that the Princess of France is on her way for a business meeting on behalf of her father. And of course, she has 3 lovely princesses in attendance who coincidentally know and have an interest in each of the 3 young men. In the spirit of the courtly love tradition, the young men must devise ways to woo the women with wit, charm, and of course, love letters, poetry, all without betraying the fact that they are breaking their vows to the academy. The comedy follows along threads you'll be familiar with. The nobility follow the themes of love, how to identify true love, how to earn and deserve it, and how to gain the maturity necessary to make it flourish. Meanwhile, a similar thread is being pursued by country characters. Think of As You Like It. Loves are revealed through a common trope. The servant mixes up the delivery of the love letters, and love is revealed through the reading of letters aloud. Think of the ending of Much Ado About Nothing. I mentioned the Italian Commedia. The braggart soldier here is Don Armado. The lead zany is Custard. His protege, usually the son of the troop leader, is Moth, pronounced Mote, as in tiny speck. And the other characters fall in line with the required stock characters of an Italian troupe. You can also view the lovers as the inamorata, the unmasked lover characters in the Commedia. Now, I'd like to draw your attention to 2 hidden elements of the comedy, which are difficult to detect upon reading, but reveal themselves more readily in the rehearsal room. And to be frank, I've not seen these elements highlighted in some professional productions, which is a real shame. First, while reading, it is natural to focus your attention on the speaker. But as a director, while staging a play, I look to all the characters in the scene, even those with few or no lines. And since this play is cluttered with clowns, you have to be curious about what they are up to. The infamous Act 5, Scene 1 of Love's Labour's Lost features 2 pedants droning on in complicated language, peppered with Latin. Some directors don't understand how the scene plays, so cut it way down, or worse, stage it with everyone on stage throwing focus to the primary speakers. But if you encourage your actors or your inner clown to listen and respond, you'll hear a series of ass jokes. The words come fast and furious. The posterior of the day, assure, excrement, assistance, etc. What the clowns do in the background, the physical comedy, is, in my opinion, the point of that scene. A second discovery we made in the rehearsal room was during the Muscovite scene, when the boys disguised themselves as Russians to be near the women. While practicing the scene with our bad Russian accents, one of our princesses, who was French, started to laugh. It turns out that if you say the lines with bad Russian accents, some turn into French words and phrases about mooning. Yes, more ass jokes. So, while perhaps a difficult read, Love's Labour's Lost is delightful to stage and see live. I recommend Isaac Asimov's Guide to Shakespeare, which runs through the plot of each play with all references to history, legend, and myth. Very helpful for this particular play. And to delve into the commedia, John Redland's Commedia dell'arte, particularly the middle section on the stock characters. Well, I hope you enjoy the play as much as I do, and thank you for letting me share my thoughts about it with you.